Misunderstanding. Miscalculation on the computer's fault.
So, don't blame the machine. Don't blame the machine. It's human error.
Oh, come on.
That's the real problem. Alright, so, back with Sains. You just got information about the castle, not even a castle, you just got information of the surrounding area, and you're just going to go pretty much a jaunt in the tundra to go find what you're looking for, and hope you find it.
And Grimmane's coming with, because his fortune lies there.
Well, at least that's what you've been told.
Yep. Could be false information, but hopefully it's good.
What about Lord Trinket? So... No, he's going to stay behind.
Could I just make the general order for everyone to stay in the castle and I'll be back in like a week or something?
Will it be obeyed, though? Yeah, generally. For the people you command, anyway.
Right.
Lord Trinket is big enough to take care of himself.
Yeah. He's not one for pretty much. He likes the A to B objectives. He doesn't like this whole running around looking for something that might not be there. That's not his style.
He likes to be
He likes to actually know what he's doing.
He likes to have a plan in place. He doesn't want
Shouldn't I roll another thing before we even start?
To do what?
With the rest of the session. Lordship thing.
Okay.
Barbecue
Actually, yeah, we both roll for...
Okay, well, let's handle business then before we go ahead of ourselves. So that's, I was just getting over it. We weren't even going anywhere yet. We were just doing the general plan. Okay, I don't even know how many lordship rolls you have. You have in total, including today, 7.
7?
You have 7 rolls. It equates to 14 dice.
Oh.
So.
Where's that button?
Oh, that's plus 7.
Can we just count that multiple times? No, you have to roll all 7.
Oh, crap. Okay.
So that sucks.
1, 2, 3.
Let me get the sheet out while you're doing that.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, and then number 7. And then tomorrow you're gonna have an 8th one. So.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's bad.
2 fails.
Yeah, 2 fails.
2 fails, 2 fails, 1 fail, 1 fail,
No, hold
1
up.
fail.
Before we go any further, we gotta check out the actual numbers. So, you have 1 fail, which cancels out a dice. So, how many fails? Actually, how many fails do you have? Yeah, you have 2 fails, so it cancels out 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
So we cancel out the lowest, which is 27 and 33. So that's 2 dice.
Oh, 28 and 27, but oh well.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Okay. 28. Where's 28? Oh, there's 28.
Above that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. All I know is that it basically nullifies 2 dice rolls. So
Okay.
in total, that means you have... I have to just write this stuff down.
Actually, there's a third one. 21,
Hold
59.
It's like you gotta write it down, which means I gotta get your ideas open, and then I have to change your battle demands. So you just rolled your 6 dice, or your 7 dice. So that means...
Yes, 7.
How many of those? So that's... minor and major. Did you get an epic? No, you didn't. You just got minor and major.
Wait, didn't he get an epic?
No, he doesn't. You have to roll above 100 to get an epic.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one above 100.
There's a
get
102.
There's none that went over 100. Oh, there's one. Okay, so you got one that went over 100. So you did get 1 epic.
Oh, what's an epic?
An epic is you have 3 points of upgrade instead of 2. So
Yay! Okay.
it's pretty much well. If we have to go lore-wise, this is you're trading with the dwarves, and so finally, after a lot of politicking, they've decided to fund you.
Excellent.
Because they see it as an investment, and it's like, all right, you aren't dead, and you're not going away, so might as well make you a trade partner instead of an enemy. So they decided to fund you a little bit more.
That's good.
Think of them as a patron. It's like, all right, we'll see how this goes, because they also see that dwarves can have, I guess, another line of work, which is good for them because that means more jobs.
Hmm.
So you got 1 epic. How many let's see, major is above 75. There's 76, so that's 1, 2, just 2.
3.
And the rest are minor. Where's 3? Oh, the
Next to the
93,
one on
yeah.
left. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 3. 2 dices are nullified, so we'll just nullify the one that it's in, because that would make the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, so that would mean you have a lot of minors. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 in total. I think that's correct. That's 10
Six.
dice, 2, 4. So out of yeah, that's correct. Numerically, that's correct.
So I have six
6
minors,
a
and
major,
3.
3 majors, and 1 epic. So the total. Let me do the total. So the total, in terms of points, is what? The total in terms of points. Well, in total, it should have been. Let's see. That's 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 is your 15 upgrade points. And remember, this is only because you haven't been playing for a while. Don't get too attached to this many points.
Like I have so many. I have so much
Yeah,
power.
but you
with
have
me.
to spend them. So
Yeah.
and you can't really roll them over. You have to spend them. There's no storing of points.
Animal.
Okay, so likely, if I had to guess, you would want to get all of your needs met.
Yep.
That would
All
make them-
basic needs
all
need
basic
to be met.
needs need to be met. So that would mean you have hired pretty much most of what you're going to get is dwarves because you've hired most of the dwarves.
Yep.
Okay, so that's all your points. So that would take 11 of your 15 to do so. Are you sure of that choice?
Yes, because I
Alright,
need
so-
basic needs before I go start doing
Yeah.
the
So
other stuff.
that would mean that would leave you with 4. And so that means I don't know if this sheet is accurate. No, it is accurate. I made sure it was accurate. Okay, so that means how many cannons did we say you had to have in total right now?
I had to have 8.
We'll put them on the walls because that's so you have your cannons now.
All 8.
You're supposed to have a militia, which is a small army.
3, 4, 5.
So let's see.
I can't move any cannons in because I don't have the do I actually have this? Let me see.
Why can't
Right.
you move them?
Because I don't have. Because I'm not a GM. I'm just a player.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's your problem. You didn't do that. You didn't make it an asset by the time when it was time for now. Where'd you actually get the cannon from?
They were already there originally.
Okay.
They were already part of the fortress.
Great. You just did exactly what I didn't want you to do, which is you come back and I'm not prepared as much as I want to be.
Oh. Actually, I did
busy
buy some.
wound.
I actually did buy some other cannons
Yeah.
because I only had 2 originally, but I bought the rest with like
Wait,
some of the money
you
I had.
bought cannons? What?
The cannons, didn't you say it? The can. You asked where
no,
I got
I
the
thought
cannons
you meant
from.
like you bought the rest of the cannons. You got the 5 you had, and then you bought the rest.
Yeah, and then
Like
the
whole
other.
set.
Yeah, I thought you meant like the ones already there. The 5. The 5 were
No, you
already
didn't buy
there.
the other 5. You
I
gotta,
didn't buy-
man. You have been gone way too long.
Yes, I have.
Your sense of, let's just say your sense of just things is starting to go down.
All right, let's see then. So 6, 7, 8. So it's 2 at the top here.
Let's roll something
And
else.
one at the
Okay, well
right.
we're not going to use those cannons actually. What you have is you replace those cannons with a more robust cannon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like because they did the you saw their demonstration. It's like no, we can get more firepower than that. And so you talked with the dwarves and you negotiated that you can have some of their cannons, which are the quad cannons.
Oh.
These are specialized. They're smaller and they're more maneuverable than the standard cannon.
Oh. And they shoot more.
Yeah, well they have more. No, yeah, technically they do shoot more, and they have different ammunition types thanks to your engineer.
Wow, this is
So,
amazing.
it's because you saw. All right, so you pretty much saw what happened in the battle. It took a while to wheel the cannons around. It's like, you know what, that took too long. So we need something lighter weight, something we can move from wall to wall when we need to. And so
Yeah.
you got these. Now these are about the. Are they a smaller caliber? No, they aren't.
They're same caliber,
They're
so
the
they're
same
still
caliber,
big.
but it's just more sophisticated. They downsized the chassis so that it's a little bit easier to wheel around. Unfortunately, that makes them less durable. Where like they're fast and maneuverable and they're easy to fix, but that means if the enemy decides to attack them, they will be able to disable your cannons at close range or at long range if they just shoot them.
True, but the key is to keep them moving around,
Yeah.
not keep them in one place where they could be easily shot at. You got to
Yeah,
keep them
it's like
maneuvering.
let's see. Oops, I gotta stop rolling that one. That's the wrong one. All right, so, and that means that instead of having you guys man it, now you have a force to man it for you.
Nice. So I got.
Talking-
So
we're
are
not
they part
talking
of the
engineers, so it's just standard dwarves. So it's like
Okay.
defenders. So each cannon has a cannoneer to man it. It's just basic dwarves. They're not specialists. They're just people who know how to use a cannon.
All right. Well, that's better than nothing, at least.
Is this like a permanent dwarf? Yeah, this is a permanent dwarf garrison. These guys are never gonna leave.
Oh, great.
Yeah, they're stuck here. They're there. Then they're there to man the cannons. This attachment is stuck with you permanently.
I guess it's a dwarf alliance then.
Yeah, pretty
Things
much. Like
go
I said,
well.
they're making an investment in you and seeing, all right, are you worth the investment?
Just like a businessman.
Okay, so what do you got? Okay, and you have another strange ally.
Oh, great.
So
One.
it's okay. Let's roll this. Okay, so this is a scene. So you're going over a roster of all the things because you just got everything up and now everything is pretty much getting set. And so before you leave, Sains, what are you doing before you leave?
Talking to Onar and Oso.
Okay, well, you're probably doing that in a side room, in a private room, and then, well, Grimmane, you're just there with Strauss,
Looking over all
looking
our
over all the charts.
yeah
And then
paperwork.
she's
and
looking at you,
everything.
it's like, how did you negotiate all this?
Dwarves have an eye for money, just like me.
It's
Once
like,
you
yeah,
reach that similarity, you can pretty much deal anything.
good point. And so, like, you have a combat sense, so D100, do you detect that there's someone approaching? Like, you're pretty much aware of someone, so you've allowed them in. I mean, they're in here, and you don't know who it is, that's the problem. Is because usually somebody comes up and tells you, but this person's just kind of wandering in.
Well, they didn't start hostilities immediately, so maybe they have something to say.
Is this an internal monologue, or is this, like, to Strauss?
Internal monologue.
Okay, so no hostilities immediately. So he's walking straight up to you, and let's see. What you didn't see initially was that he had things with him.
Things? Like
Yeah,
that thing?
That things
That's
is the
small.
only way you can describe it. So he's got two companions with him.
What the hell?
And they're pretty much there. As you get closer, you see that there's like thin wires between all of them. Like, although he's pretty much walking with his hands crossed behind his back. You could see that the thin wires are coming out of where his hands should be, and that they're attaching to these other beings.
Oh my god, is this a mayor? He's a puppet master. Oh no. Okay.
So, and he's like walking up to you, and like he does a bow, and they all do a bow as one.
Yes.
He does not give you his name. So he hasn't even said anything. He's just looking right at you.
Welcome to my fortress.
So, and he's just looking around, and he's got a questioning look on his face, even what you can count as a face anyway.
Yeah, I know, it's not that impressive. But it's something.
So, and he just like the puppet on the right just kind of goes forward, and he's like tapping you and stuff.
Yeah? What do you need?
So when you turn that way, the other one comes up behind you on the other side, and the other one taps you from the other side.
What's
And then
going
he
on?
just reaches forward and taps you, and they're like doing it in sequence.
Strauss, what the hell's
Yeah.
going on?
It's like I don't really know. You say that like I've dealt with things like that.
Could you stop doing that, please?
No, he's not gonna stop. So he's poking you in sequence. It's the one on the right. It's right, left, down.
Alright, I'm gonna try and grab one of their hands when they're trying to poke me.
So you fail because as one they all wheel away. Like he kind of does a pulling motion, and the other two just kind of move that way.
Alright, let's cut the hospitality. What do you want?
So still saying nothing. You're just kind of looking around the keep. Like, it's almost whimsical. I mean, like he moved a little bit this way, like he wasn't having an audience with you, and he's just looking around.
Strauss, keep an eye on them.
Okay.
You're leaving anyways soon, so just keep an eye on them. Make sure they don't do anything or tamper with anything around here.
So like he hears that, and he turns around, and then he puts his finger up and just says, "No, that's not what I'm here for." He doesn't say it, but it's like that's what the finger's supposed to represent. Doing the left right with he's wagging his finger, saying, "No, no, no, that's not why I'm here."
I just look at Strauss and I just say, just keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Do that. And I head back into looking at the charts.
Okay. So.
I need to map, yeah.
And you're looking. Are you still paying attention?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Because they're still
D100.
right?
So you don't know. Like you go back to your charts, and then they're all looking over your shoulder to look at the charts as well. So you didn't notice them approaching. So D100, you actually do you look around? Yeah. So you look around, and you see that they're all looking over your shoulder. It's almost like it's pretty much it's acting.
Okay, that's it. You gotta give me some answers, right? You gotta start speaking up, alright? No man comes into my fortress unless they want two things, trouble or money.
So he puts his hands up like he's surrendering. And all the other puppets do the same. And then they start dancing around in a circle, like they start spinning in a circle and just start going this way.
What kind of freak show did I sign up for?
Okay. It's like, well, to be honest, you didn't actually sign up for a freak show. This is Strauss.
No, but when I came back to this fortress, I thought, oh, it's gonna be fun. I'm just gonna get militia up and get this thing running. But no, I get freaks from everywhere of hospital.
It's like, hey, you signed up to make your fortress open to mercenaries. This person likely is either a mercenary or just some random person. It's kind of what happens with an open fortress.
Well, either way, I just really want to know which one he is. That's what I'm concerned about. He could go about being like a puppeteer or whatever the hell it is.
So he's not even paying attention. He's like just spinning around in a circle. Like he's got his hands out, like spin. He's got his arms spread wide, and he's looking up, and he's spinning in a circle while his marionettes are kind of like dancing in a circle around him.
You know what? I'm too old. Alright, listen. I'll deal with those in a second, but alright. So I give like some last orders to Strauss, and basically like keep deadweight fed, make sure the fortress is safe, and if these guys cause trouble, just give them the boot.
So, speaking of deadweight.
Yeah?
So, pretty much deadweight comes out of a side passage, and he goes in, and he looks at, it's pretty much the marionette guy is spinning around for a few more turns, and then he just stops dead. And he's just looking straight at deadweight.
You know each other?
So again, deadweight hasn't said anything since he got here. So he looks at you, and then he looks at the puppeteer. He gets a little closer. And you can see that they're mimicking each other's moves. Like, he's putting his hand on his chin to ponder, and so is everyone. All the marionettes are doing that too.
Oh my god, what the hell is going on?
It's like he's tilting his head to the side.
Hello?
Just,
Grimmault's gonna like snap his fingers in front of him like, hey, hey, do either of you even talk? Somebody fucking talk!
So Deadweight kind of looks at you. It's like, friend of mine. And that's all he says. That's all he said in the past years. That's all he said. That's all he's going to say. So, and he just starts walking away, and then the puppeteer goes with, and they're all like they're walking at kind of a weird single file of craziness.
Oh, great. And then they're walking by Sains, too, so Sains watching this.
Yeah, Sains, you get to watch all this happen. So you see Deadweight, which is a giant in red armor, and then you see this puppeteer, and they're kind of like doing a shimmy. You know how you do your... It's hard to describe.
Are they shuffling?
No, they're not shuffling. They're kind of like walking sideways at a slant and then doing the arm pump thing as they're walking by. So as Sains and also an Onar are watching, there's like they're seeing them, because the puppeteer, he does a lot of crazy stuff as he just walking is an act. So since he knows he's being watched, he's doing like a show. Or Sains, do you actually notice him doing that?
No.
No. So he's doing all that as he's walking by, but you don't even notice. What about so Onar is the one who notices. It's like, yeah, pretty much that. Cha 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 cha. Okay, so Onar is the one who saw him go by. It's like, did any of you see that? He's just kind of pointing at them, and then the door just shuts.
I definitely didn't see it, so...
Okay, so you didn't see any of that. Alright, so back to the needs chart. We're just doing all the lordship business. You won't be able, Sains, you won't be able to see your lordship benefits until you get back to your camp. But for now, you just have to... Let me actually update his lordship sheet, which did not edit. Oh, that's why. Okay, so I'm gonna move all the stuff to here, and then just delete all the needed needs, because you don't need them anymore, you actually have them.
Yep, now I can start building the extra stuff.
Yep. No, you already built all the extra stuff. I replaced it all with just needs.
Oh, no, I mean
you're
like...
talking like infrastructure and all the other upgrades.
Yeah, settlement features, infrastructure, stuff like that, yeah.
I seem to get this to minimize. I can't hit the save button because there's a big bar in the way.
Oh, great.
Right, I got it. Okay, so that means you just got unnecessary allies. Did all you get is cannons and cannoneers? The answer is... Well, the answer was no, but I keep rolling the wrong dice. It's like, not the GM dice, you gotta roll the regular dice.
Because
Roll the
everybody needs
correct
to
dice.
see it.
Yeah. So, what's next on the list?
Armor, weapons.
So you have walls. Did you actually fix that hole in the wall, D100?
Did
you spend time to fix the hole in the wall?
No. It's become like a second opening to the fortress, like, hey...
It's like, yeah, just leave it.
Could I cover it? Could I,
yeah,
like,
that's
make
why...
it hidden?
Well, you have, like, enough guards and stuff to prevent that. Even if they do enter, it's just... You have enough fire... Well, you thought that until the puppeteer showed up, so...
Yeah, great. I'm gonna have to revise that when I come back.
Armor and weaponsmith. Are we talking dwarves? Yes. So the dwarves have given you a couple apprentices. They're not the best. Let's just put it that way. They're not the best.
But they'll do basic stuff for now.
So they'll do basic repairs. Their weapon shop is probably in the bottom left. It's going to be near the mechanical. So all it is it's adding more. This forge is getting cramped.
Right. More people.
So we can't add too many. Okay, so you have 2 blacksmiths now. It's an armor and a weaponsmith. But these are like basic armor weaponsmith. Until you get better upgrades where you can get more blacksmiths.
So they're just the basic.
So they're pretty much apprentices to Ulusk.
Alright, at least he could train them.
Yeah, he's going to train them in the ways of explosives. Well, let's see. He could train them in a lot of ways. I don't think he wants them to master different disciplines. He doesn't want them all being trained the same. He wants, okay, we need more specialists. We don't need the same specialist 100 times over. Okay, so armor, weaponsmith, checked. Walls, you just checked. Militia. Is there more of a militia than we currently have? Yes, so you're going to get a full squad of one of a type of dwarf.
Great.
How many dwarf types do we have to pick from? 1, 2, 3, 4. So D4.
Alright.
See if you get lucky or not.
Please be good, please be good. I got
So
two.
D2, it's just basic, that's just defenders.
Oh, great.
So you got a full squad of defenders to act as a somewhat garrison. It's a militia, it's not a garrison. A garrison means you have the buildings to replenish them. You do not yet.
Well, it's better than nothing, at least.
Oh. Okay, so you cannot, and one of the things I removed is you cannot buy upgrades with favor. Favor specifically for you and you alone. The upgrades must be bought. Well, some of them. It's basic upgrades like infrastructures, lord rolls, but when you have to go into the more advanced stuff, that's an investment. That's when you have to spend favor.
Alright.
That's only when you get max infrastructure. So likely what you want is infrastructure. That's like the first one. So you basically get passive favor in return.
Yeah. True. So we'll deal with that in a second.
Okay, so what else is on the list? I'm just trying to burn through the list as fast as possible. Okay, so you have you got a militia. You have an inn. Pretty much you've had an.
Yeah.
Do you want a barkeep or do you want just an inn?
Barkeep, because I want them to be
So you want a
because I don't
place
want
to
people to
take
keep drinking.
guests.
Yeah.
So likely it's going to be at the bottom right of the fort. This is a very small fortress, so it's just the inside's getting crowded with things.
Yeah.
So over here is the smith, and over there is like it's not a very big inn, but it's
something. Yeah.
It's something where people can go, and it's any passerbys can go there. Just it's like all right, so, but it's tight security. It's you don't want just anybody entering the fortress and just potentially causing misfortune.
Alright. As for the rest of the needs, could I have them filled out later?
What?
Because the rest of the
No.
basic needs met. No, the basic needs met. Like, could I have them? Could I like order? Could I have Strauss like while I'm gone, I want you to deal with these, and then when we come back, we could deal with those. Because I don't want.
think I
take
think
too
I'm spelling
much time.
armory wrong, but I don't know.
Armor, not armory. I don't know.
So, okay. We're just gonna call it stocks because that's where you keep all your weapons, ammunition, just pretty much that. That's where you keep all your weapons and ammunition. And then over here is gonna be the oops. That's not the correct one. This is the inn. Let's see. Is D100, do you have just dwarves, or is it not a dwarf? It is not a dwarf, so...
Alright, well that's change for once.
Let's see. 6, 7, 8... It's now a D11, because we... Oh wait, no. It's a D14, Jesus Christ.
What's a 4?
Yeah. Oh, you actually... Okay, so 4. That would mean what?
Dwarves!
No. So, D4 is a forest creature. Okay.
Interesting.
Roll D100, I want to see something. Nope, so it's not that. So, I guess we're just going to have to go basic. So, this is pretty much a bear man. So,
I thought it would be like another
I wanted to do something else, but the game said no, so...
Another Squirtle, just like it's hunched over, grabbing like glass with its massive claws,
No.
just cleaning them.
We have the last of the Squirtle, so... we have last of the Swamp Turtle, so...
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of dangerous to send them out, because, yeah, they're just a walking slab of meat, so that someone would butcher.
Well, at least we got the bouncer. So they is the bear the bouncer at the same time?
Yeah,
like
because he's a massive bear creature.
It's like, you're causing trouble in my inn? Too bad.
Yeah, no, he doesn't even talk to you. He just picks you up and throws you out. So, and he says, come back in when you're not being an idiot. That's So he's a very dour, very calm individual. I mean, and he's like, because he was a warrior first, and I'm done with fighting, and so he retired from warrior. But that doesn't mean he's lost any of his touch.
I just can't bear your idiocy any longer.
No, he doesn't do puns. Like I said, he's a dour individual. And he actually, he pretty much throws anybody out who tries to make a bear pun or something stupid. He laughs at some of them, but unless he's laughing, he doesn't tolerate that. He jumps the bar and he just picks you up and throws you out, literally. He just opens the door and he tosses you out. It's like, no, come back. Okay, so check enchanter. So, can I double purpose that? No. So it has to be unique. Roll another D14. Roll D100 first, because that's your main clause. Is it a dwarf? Okay, so dwarf magician, great.
Alright. Dwarf magicians, they can turn copper. They could turn copper into gold. Oh.
Okay, so we're just gonna use the blacksmith. So, no, that's the defender. Wrong one. Actually, we'll go with. Remember that merchant that Sains found?
Yeah, is he there?
Yeah, he actually.
What?
Yeah, remember that merchant you saved out in the desert from giant scorpions?
Oh yeah, that's one.
Yeah, he's still around, and he's now joining Grimmane's forces because he learned a little bit of alchemy and enchantment magic, so he can actually convert the metal of objects to other objects.
Nice, awesome.
Okay, so
I
have to write little tiny notes on these things. So
he's a wizard, Harry.
no, he's not. He's an alchemist. So your enchanter is not an enchanter. Like everything in your fortress is unorthodox. So he's not an enchanter per se. Says he doesn't deal with magic. He's an alchemist, which means he can give your items elemental properties.
Nice. Is he?
It's strange.
Yeah.
Is he what?
No, I was gonna say is he a trader, but then I remembered you can't.
He's
double
still a trader. Yeah, he can double roll.
Oh, he could. So that fills.
So
the
he can also
role
be a
too.
trader. But he doesn't go out anymore. He sends other traders out. He's pretty much retired.
So he's the trade master.
Yeah. So he's
Right.
So who's your? It's the witch doctor was your healer.
Yeah.
So a library. He's starting to. Remember that weird goblin you had?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's starting to collect. He's basically your librarian now. He's collecting knowledge.
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 Well, that's good.
So he's starting to collect a library of knowledge, and you have a feeling he's doing it for his own purposes, but for now, it's you'll tolerate him for now. Your trader also doubles back as your general shop because he sells his quarters is basically just a tiny shop in the corner.
All right.
So
that's
he
good.
sells general goods.
Now it's the postal system and then the embassy.
That's the easy ones. Okay, so the postal system, obviously, all you know. What is your transportation type? I mean, what are you using to transport people?
Is it my choice or is it the game's choice?
You already know the answer to that one.
It's dwarves.
Yeah, no, D100, that's what that answer
Yes,
is.
it's
It's
dwarves.
dwarves. So what did the dwarves bring over?
Teamwork.
Something interesting. All right, let's do that.
Just chairs, and you're carried around by dwarves.
No.
That would be funny.
See, there's a bunch of things they could bring. But what
what,
says
for example?
dwarves?
Team clock stuff? I don't know, maybe...
Not so much that. Alright, so they're bringing in something a little interesting. And that is, they're allied with a bit of, Okay, so you're still in the audience chamber, right?
Yeah.
So Ulusk is going to barge in. Like, he's not subtle at all. I mean, most of him is covered in metal, so it's kind of hard. You recognize it's Ulusk just by the clanking of the plates that he's wearing. So, but you hear an undertone to it. Like, there's something clicking across the ground. So, does that arrest your attention from what you're doing, or are you just still looking at the charts?
Yes, he kind of
That's the D100.
Oh.
It's like, are you so focused on the charts? Yeah, you're really focused on the whatever you're just getting everything in order.
I need to find the path. I need my money.
Yeah, so pretty much
What
it.
the
And
hell
she
is that?
already, yeah.
What the hell is that thing?
So, how many of them? Roll a
Spider-Man,
d3. I want to see how
Spider-Man.
many. Okay,
One.
so it's just the one. So, and then Grimmane, so you're here, they're approaching and they're there, and, you know, Ulus stops moving and he's kind of at attention. Then the spider, Strauss, like, she does you see her look back, and then she looks back at the charts, and then she looks back again, and she taps you and says, you might want to take a look at what's over there.
I turn around.
What's your
Well,
response to that?
Did the circus come in town or something?
It's like, that's not very nice to a lady, you know. It's not. It's like, but don't mind. It's like, and he looks over at her and it's like, don't mind him. He's just not used to seeing the outlandishness yet. But you've been living in the
Alright.
mountains as long as I have. You will see some strange things.
Alright, well, my apologies.
Okay.
I'm Grimmane, master of the fortress. Who may you be?
Okay, so does she give a? Well, she's considered a snow widow, but I don't. The name thing is still eluding me. So
You double left click on the creature, change the name.
That's the easy
Yeah.
part. The hard part
Alright.
is actually having a name.
Oh,
So,
I see.
okay, not that name, because that's because they actually put like my name is Pee-Pee. It's like, what? Why is that a name?
I think of like Pepe in some countries, or they just
No,
say
yeah,
it differently.
Pepe, but this is like, it said PP, like, literally, yeah, it was weird, and it's like, what?
What kind of person calls their kid PP?
It's a
Like,
very
who
sick
does?
individual.
Yes.
So, her name is Hashi, and she's considered a snow widow, which is one of the, it's an inhabitants that live in the dark parts of the snow mountains.
So she's a she lives in the.
She's not very happy. It's like, you've built your fortress on top of one of our nests. So it only seems logical that I see what's up here.
Oh. Sorry, this fortress has been around for a
And so,
while.
and so, like, she's got, like, this grin on her face, and then Ulisk is like, don't tell him that. The truth is, she built her nest under your fortress before it was built.
Oh.
No, after it was
Wait.
built. Sorry, I misphrased. He was
Wait.
almost like he was going to play along, but...
Wait. What? Does that mean you're? What? How old are you then?
Okay.
That's.
It's like, she was around when the fortress was around, and then the magic came down and she got trapped. Well, when you undid the fortress magic, you awakened her and her people.
Oh. I am.
It's like, yes,
very,
they're a bit
very
displaced
sorry.
from time.
I am very, very sorry.
And she just kind of shrugs. It's like, stuff happens.
Yes, well,
So she's looking around. It's like, what matters now is that a new fortress owner has arisen.
yes, that would be definitely me.
So, and like, what's weird is she's got, like, how many hands? Like 6?
Oh.
So she's, like, touching you with all the hands, just trying to get a feel for what you are and who you are and everything.
Oh, great. No, I don't want. No.
You just back off.
That won't be necessary.
Okay. So, and she's looking and it's like, you have greed, you have want.
Yes, I'll admit to that. I do have some of those qualities,
And she's like,
but it's
like, but beneath, something noble, something different than just mere thugs.
well, those qualities have been working together for a while now in my favor. So who am I to complain?
Yeah, so. And then she pretty much ups and just turns around and walks out. And Ulisk is like, Well, you're in luck. I mean, she's not trying to kill us. She didn't try to maul you as soon as she saw you. So I
Yeah.
guess she's staying then.
Great. I got a nest of spiders living under my fortress. Wait until the day that they come
It's
up
like
and
she
take
is a lady, man. She's not a spider, even though she looks like one.
it. Okay, then she's a lady. What's the difference? She's got a head of a spider and 6 arms. What the hell am I
It's
supposed
like,
to do?
that's not the bits I was looking at, but alright.
I just punch him in the shoulder.
Okay. It's like, what, man? It's not like we have a lot of women around this place. The
Alright.
dwarf goes with what he could go with.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's like, alright, well, and then he just kind of walks off back to the stocks.
Alright.
So, back to... That would be your embassy. parts.
Yes.
So now you have relations with
Hold on,
the
how's she
Snow
the-
Widows.
So she's the embassy.
Yeah.
But who's the transportation? Is she the transportation?
Yeah, that's let's see, does she come... Well, it's rather Ulus, because he stops midway and he turns around and comes back.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Go to Sains. I'll be right back.
Alright. Okay, so... I have a bad feeling that is exactly what I think is going to happen.
Probably.
It is what happens.
Why the hell did we all of a sudden go here?
Because you're... Oh, wait, we're not here. My bad. I forgot you were still on this map. Alright, so Sains. Some weird stuff is happening in this fortress, but you've been in it, like... It's been literally... do a D7. You had only been here for like 5 days, and already you see this place is starting to change. Like, there's a lot more dwarves walking around. There seems to be more services coming in. It's just this place is in a state of rapid development.
Did I get my armor repaired in the 5 days?
No, because the blacksmith didn't come in until recently. So now you can go to Uluskin's shop now that he's not busy.
Shit, guys. I gotta go.
Okay. See, I knew it. I knew it.
No, it's just something unrelated, but
Like I said, I knew
I gotta
it.
go. Yes, you knew it. So, anyways, have fun.
Get late.
Later.
User disconnected from your channel.
Okay. Anyway.
So I'm gonna walk over to the blacksmith.
Okay. So. I don't think we'll ever see him again, because he's if his life keeps being as busy as it is, then it's like, sorry, man, you're gonna be put in the stasis, and then you're gonna be removed, and they have to reapply.
Well,
So he's got to decide. It's like, is this? Ah, well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, so you're out there, and it's pretty much it's a weird place. I mean, like, Lord Trinket's just kind of sitting in the corner, and you see the two drones. The two, they're not talking in a means you can understand. They're talking in, like, Binaric and other different languages.
great.
So they're kind of, like, making clicking sounds and wheezing sounds, and then they're just, like, nodding their heads and stuff. In the corner. And then you see the three blacksmiths working on things.
I'll walk over to them.
It's like, no, you idiot. You don't mold the metal like that.
Do they notice me?
So, no.
Alright,
They're engrossed
then
with
I
what they're doing.
try to get their attention
Okay,
by talking to them.
so you kind of like go, what do you do to get their attention? Like, what words do you say?
I'm just like, hello?
Okay. It's like, oh, yes, a customer. Okay, well, what can we do for you?
I need my armor repaired.
It's like, well, it's going to cost you. Let's see. What is the cost? Well, I have to redo the cost, so roll a d20.
Ooh.
So that's 16. Other things you have to count for is meals. Roll another d20. So that's, meals are expensive today. So you need 3 meals a day. So do you want to just use? So your average running cost is gonna be, because you're repairing your armor, and that's gonna be 16, and then you need to spend 15 per each meal. So that's
61.
yeah. So that's up to you. You want to spend it now or later? So I told you this stuff was going to get expensive, and you guys thought it was always going to be cheap.
Spend it now, because otherwise
minus 61
I might do
then.
stupid stuff.
Yep. Okay, so are you minusing 61 or?
Yes.
So
I was just making
that
sure
will make
we
your
weren't doing
armor
the same thing.
fully repaired, back to 50. So it's like,
Well,
and he's commenting on it, it's like, oh boy, you know, you wouldn't have had this problem if you didn't leap into a field of gunfire.
well.
It's like, I bet
It
you're
happens.
well known among every smith in the region.
Well,
Antics like that.
at least I'm getting to know some good smiths.
Okay. It's like, yeah, your coin is good, so I guess it's win-win. You're fueling the economy of every zone. It's like, and he's like cracking a joke. It's like, keep breaking your armor. You're gonna make sure that no one goes out of work.
I'm probably gonna keep breaking my armor.
Okay, so you have your armor back. It's full armor. Now what?
Do I roll on the lordship button now, or when I get back?
When you get back.
Alright.
So for now, we're gonna store the rolls for later. So, like, you can't, like, once you roll it, you can't undo it.
Alright.
So
Just-
where are we? Where are we? Where are we? We are Sains. Ideas under your upgrading. They're under battle demands. That's it. You have two lord dice. Or 2 lord dice. So that should be there. All right. So now what? I mean, besides the lordship thing.
Probably gonna head out now. Towards wherever the snow elves may be.
Then that's just it. It's just, you know, a general location, which is around this zone. And that could be a lot of places.
Indeed it could.
Yeah. So what, just head to the world map? You're not even going to talk to anybody else, that's it?
Maybe Lord Trinket, but...
Okay, so... Well, he's pretty much talking in, like, wheezes and clicks over in the corner with the other 2 automatons, so what are you going to do in order to talk to him?
I just come over there and I'm like,
Oh.
he's busy talking, so I
Okay.
just walk back to Oso and Onar.
So also it's like, you know, it's not very often that he sees his kind, probably. You know, this may be the first contact he's had with other automatons in a long time.
Could be.
So Lord Trinket will not join you on this mission because he's talking with, quote-unquote, his brethren, you know, the ones he hasn't... He hasn't talked with another automaton in a couple hundred years, so this is the first contact he's had with his race. So, yeah, very, very limited. Okay, so, now what?
Alright, let's... Also, just try to remind me of the fact that I shouldn't jump in front of bullets.
Okay. It's like, I can remind you all I want, but likely you're going to do it again anyway.
They'll try to stop me.
It's like, no. it's pretty much no. You have to be smart enough not to jump in front of bullets.
Fine. Well, let's go hunt
And
us
so
some
it's like,
snow.
and it's like Onar's peeking from behind. It's like, she's got a point.
You don't have to make it worse.
Okay. It's like, yes, I do.
No, you don't.
So, okay, so now you're off into the world map, or are you still staying here?
gonna ask if Grimmane is planning on joining us.
So, what's his opinion? Yes, he's still. It's like, now you mention it. And it's like, you watch the fortress. I'm gonna be back in a moment. So Grimmane is joining the adventure.
That's probably about it, and then I head off to wherever the snow elves are, maybe.
Yeah, so that's well. I can't just tell you where they are. That's
I
easy.
know.
You have to explore. Damn it.
Just a general direction. Like I did.
Now here
with
comes the problem: is Grimmane's got to head in his own direction, so he's going to join you on the map, but he might be the one pulling the strings for all you know. Where the hell is this fortress? Where the hell is it where we are? Okay, roll a d4. We're actually going to now locate where Grimmane has his fortress in this place. So, bottom right. Do another d4. Which part of the bottom right quadrant? So he has it in it's pretty much near the tundra. So let me reveal it. Okay, so right about here is where he has his fortress. Let me mark it.
We are still on the fortress.
Yeah. Okay. I just drew something on the map. Twice. Because I'm trying to click and align us. I'm working on it.
Alright. Just making sure.
I'm getting there. So, his fortress is rather large. I mean, it takes up this whole area. So you're exiting out of... Do a d4, which way? Oh, obviously you're going to exit out of the bottom. So you head towards the tundra. Alright, but we're going to cut you there, and we're going to go back to Annabelle. Where is Annabelle? Town, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eagle's new town.
Oh, Eagle's Town.
Town.
Yeah, Eagle, who is now Lord.
Snugport.
Yep, Snugport. So, do a D100. So, yeah, those, remember those blue dragons? Kinda, how do you forget? The two blue dragons with Arrow, who's now dead.
Oh, those blue dragons, yeah.
Well, they're pretty much the one that is devastated is still devastated. I mean, it's going to take her a while to recover from the fact that he's dead. So,
Well, I doubt it's something that you could fix in a night.
yeah. It's been like almost, how long did you say? Like 5 days already?
Has it?
Yeah, according to what Sains rolled, it's been at least 5 days.
And we haven't been attacked yet.
Nope. Well, D100, have you been attacked? Has it been probing attacks, or has it been any attacks? So you have been attacked, and it's mostly been probing attacks. It hasn't been anything large scale. Let's see, D100, have you encountered any losses? Yes. Do another D100. How many losses are we talking? How they're slowly wearing you down? Yes, they are. Casualties, like fatal casualties, or are those just... No, they're not fatal casualties. So nobody's dead, but people are getting severely wounded. Like they're crippling soldiers. So roll another D100. How many of the soldiers have been crippled? So a good 30%. And this is like crippled beyond the ability to fight. So 30% of the garrison out of what? That's a 9 times 6. So this is the outside garrison. And then times 0.3. So 16 individuals. So a whole squad gets removed from the field. Along with at least 7 infantry. So 1, 2, 4, 6. So they're slowly being worn down. Like these are crippling injuries. Like these guys, it wouldn't be wise to send them back to fight.
I think because people are being injured, I'll see what my magic can do, even though I probably don't want to use it as much because I'm trying to hide, but might as well.
Why are you trying to hide?
Well, I'm
I
still.
mean, the main
trying to hide
leadership
it.
already knows. I mean, she knows, Eagle knows, you know, and now the chief knows. So, are you trying to hide from the Grey Phantoms?
I'm trying to hide the fact that I am a healing person, because an immortal healing person is pretty much the description you would give when you're looking for someone, and I'm pretty sure the Skeleton King still might want to do something.
Around here, you're not being attacked by the Skeleton King. Remember, the Grey Phantoms are trying to retake the town.
I know.
So how would that link to the Skeleton King?
Well, we saw the hunger earlier.
Okay, he does nothing to do with the Skeleton King. And actually, here's the kicker. There's actually lore behind that. So it's like before you go do that, like it's been a couple days, and midway through the days, Eagle had to pretty much pull you aside. So okay, so we're gonna replay that. So Eagle's up there, you get to go up there too. He pretty much pulls you aside alone. And so, like, he's staring off, he's staring at the walls, and he's like, you know, pretty much a private moment. It's like, there was a reason that creature didn't attack us.
Bang.
Like, I didn't put much thought to it, and I thought it was insane, but now that I think about it a little more, I think it may be that the creature knew who I was. Although it said that it was getting bored and all those other things it said, I don't think it really believed that. You know, I think it's because it recognized who I was and it didn't want to do harm to me. I'm not sure.
Who would you suggest it is then?
It's like, well, there's a lot of possibilities. It could be someone I know, could be a friend, could be family, could be anybody. It's like, and I couldn't really tell, so, because they didn't look like anything I recognized.
Yes, cannibalism tends to change people.
It's like, yes, that's what I'm afraid of. Because if that is the case, then I might know who it is.
And?
Okay, so, like, so he's looking at you, it's like, are you sure you wish to know?
You're always better off knowing.
So like, he pretty much looks at you and it's like, that might have been my father.
I thought that
It's like, it might have been my father because of the habits it was displaying, its attitude. The cannibalism may be a new element, but I mean, most of the attitude is pretty the same. Condescending, very, very hostile most of the time. It fits his personality. And it's like, yes, and yes, I do remember you did kill him, but that doesn't mean he couldn't have been brought back.
Huh.
And it's like, and he kind of chuckles. It's like, you're thinking too much like an immortal and not enough like a mortal. Remember, you didn't have these powers of resurrection. You didn't have all these mystical powers back then, and you weren't thinking of resurrection at the time. That bodies could come back to life.
Then he came back recently?
It's like, potentially. Or he could have been back a long time. Until we confront him again, we don't know.
Well, at least we have
And all this
about.
could be wrong. I mean, I could not be correct at this.
Well, at least we have something to talk to him about.
It's like, and that's what I'm afraid of. So, and he's like, he puts a hand to his head, and it's like, but what if it is? What if it is my father? How do I deal with that? What do I do, kill him?
Well, it depends on your attitude. You've been trying to kill him for... I don't even remember how long, and he just keeps on coming back.
And it's like, well, that's nice. So he kind of smiles. It's like, well, okay, so I guess killing him is out of the options.
I mean, if you want, we could try and, I don't know, change him for the better.
It's like, how would you turn a creature like that for the better?
Well, I turned you from a mindless thing into what you are today.
It's like, okay, you have me there. Well, I guess it's worth a shot. Okay, so that's a conversation you had 2 days ago.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're back into present time, which is you're going to try to heal people. So you're thinking about the conversation as you're walking in, and you see all the people. Like, it's varying degrees of destruction to the body. In the corner, you see the two ice stray. Like, she's pretty much lying. Like, the one that's devastated is just lying down, and the other one's just watching over her.
So is there anything that I could just fix with this siphon?
Is there a D100? Can you fix any of it with a siphon? Okay, how many of them can you fix with a siphon?
What do I roll?
100. So, let's see if it's, not many. So, 4% of 16. Actually, that's less than that. Yeah, it's 4%, so you can heal one person with a siphon. The rest are, like, missing limbs and are really messed up. Like, some of them are on death's bed.
Huh. So we don't have any, fresh corpses around. So I can't really.
No, there's no fresh corpses. Not unless you kill some of them.
Well, that's not a plan.
So you're at least able to siphon one of them because his cuts are like he's been hamstrung, and you're able to fix that. So
what
now
about
you
just
can
like what about simple medicine?
100. Can some of them be cured? No, not these are amputations. They're missing limbs. I don't think simple medicine can fix that.
I don't know.
So they're not
0.
recently dead, and you can't siphon into them.
What else is there? Unique. My unique is for dead people.
Yeah, because they're not dead. It almost seems like this situation was set up by me to not have your powers be used. Yeah, actually, I did set it up like that. I set it up because you heal a certain way, and so I thought, okay, what happens when there's alive bodies? They're not quite dead yet. How far will you go to save people? Because the only other option I could think of is you kill them all, and then you just try and resurrect as many as you can, but that could be highly dangerous. For many reasons. But some of them, do a D100, can you notice how many of them are actually going to die at this current rate? So D100 again, how many of them are terminal? Like this is dead. So 40% of how many? That's 15 now. So it's 40% of 15. So 6 of them are not going to make it. I mean, they look like... Let me put them aside. So the bottom 6, there's a good chance they're going to pass on. Because, I mean, they're patched up as much as they can, but some of them have pretty nasty wounds, like stomach wounds, leg wounds. They've been healed as much as they can, but there's not a lot of medicine in this town. A lot of it was ransacked by the Grey Phantoms.
The bad thing is I can't really leave in case they attack.
Okay. Leave where?
To get better medicine.
Okay, so where would you go, though, to get better medicine?
I don't know,
That's the key. That's the key there, is, there's no real place around here that just sells
Sounds.
pharmaceuticals.
We've got like 3 herbalists back in, Safe
So,
Haven.
D100, could you have made that in 5 days, if you really needed to? Like, no. So, it's too long of a distance. It would take you more time to get to there and from there. And all the while, it's like, you've been helping with the battle. I mean, it would have been much much more loss if you hadn't been there. So, like, almost immediately you were attacked right after. Because, I mean, you established a foothold, they didn't want the foothold to get too strong, so they sent an assault force immediately, and you have to help defend.
Okay.
So... And you can't siphon them, so you're pretty much in deep water. Because...
Could I go back to the good old days and start using my own life force to fix them?
Day 100. It's like, okay, so, yes, so you are delving back into blood magic. Or life mag. You're delving back into your original profession as a life mage. So, it's like, alright, there must be something I could do, and you thought, okay, what about the old ways? Could that work? So, how many of them can you heal with your life mage magic? So, not a lot. Just maybe one. Because it'll take, because you haven't used your life magic in a long time. So, how much will it cost you, though? So, 10%, that's not a lot. It's like 2 health. Well, you're the one that said you didn't want to look like a healer, so this is it. This is you not looking like a healer.
Yeah, I guess I fixed the one that I can.
Yeah, so... Do a D5. What type of injury are you trying to heal? Okay, this is a leg wound. I mean, his leg is missing below the... It's like from his pelvis down, there's no left leg.
Huh.
So... What about the pain? So it is painful, so you're doing that, and it's like, I think can everyone in there hear it? Yeah, so he's not quiet about it. Because he's basically you're regrowing his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, from your own life force, so that's -2, and so he's back. He can walk again, and he's not dying. That's the best part. So, do you really want to risk more though, to save the rest? If you can actually hold on and roll that, so you're gonna have to roll risk every time. Which is percentage.
Risk being...
Okay, let's see, can we... Okay, we can't speed the risk being like a D100, so you could lose a variable amount of life force per person you heal.
Huh. I guess... Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay, so... For courtesy's sake, you will heal them, but now it's just a standard life force. It's a life force cost. So can we stick... If you really so desire, we could stick with the 10%. I mean, that's the easiest.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so... You're gonna sacrifice... How much HP are you going to sacrifice?
If it's 10% each time, then...
Yeah, that's 2 HP per person.
Yeah, so 60% is what?
So
12 overall.
Yeah, 12. You can just say HP and just heal as many people as you can. Because you can't heal them all, not with your current HP.
I heal the, like, critically injured people.
Okay. So... It's everyone that you... So you're healing the 5, which is 10 HP. Okay, so... So you sacrifice your own life force to heal the critically injured. So now the rest will... They can recover. So these ones are varying degrees, like, you know, some of them look like they weren't even living. I mean, some of them are extremely pale from blood loss. Some of them are missing arms. And then you just come along and... Now you're the pale one. Now you're the one that looks like you're on death's door.
I'm like stumbling around.
Yeah. Can you walk? That's a better one. So yeah, you can still walk. You have been on death's door before. So
Just like the good old days.
Okay, so are you like toppling? Are you leaning? What are you doing?
I think I'm just like sitting down in a chair.
So like she walks in and she's looking for you and she sees you. It's like, what the hell did you do to yourself?
I made sure no one would die.
And she's sitting down next to you, and she's like checking your wounds. Okay, so
At least I can't
go
scar
dice roll,
anything.
go. Okay, so it's getting real awkward because she's like reaching under your clothing and stuff to check if you have anywhere bleeding, and she notices that you're bleeding from a couple. Like there's some on your back, there's some on your chest, there's some on your arms, and it's like you're bleeding from a lot of places. I need to get this.
That would be helpful.
She's looking. She pulls out like a roll of bandages and just starts patching you up from like. She's pretty much not taking off the clothes, but she's bandaging you from under your clothes, like to the parts that are bleeding, just through feel.
I assume I'm too discombobulated to care in any which way.
No. You're pretty much out of it. So, despite her basically touching you, can't really. You're not very sensitive towards anything because I mean you're bleeding generously from a couple places.
I haven't seen myself bleed this much in a while.
Okay. It's like, why do you do this to yourself anyway? That's So, and it's like, as much as I respect these people, I mean, why sacrifice so much for complete strangers?
I don't know. Got something against death, bastard.
Okay. What are you calling her? And she looks at you, it's like, are you calling me a bastard, or are you calling death a
Calling
bastard?
death. Death.
Okay. It's like, okay. So it's like, I'll put that down to you being delirious. And so she's like, can you cast your own life magic on yourself to just heal yourself? So, no.
Nope.
It's just, because it needs to regenerate over time. It's not something you could simply... You're not an endless fountain of life.
I mean, I do have this, but they're magical wounds.
Yeah. And what's worse is it's self-afflicted magical wounds. So... In a way, she's can't really do anything for you. I mean, those wounds will have to heal on their own. She's just stemming the blood loss, at least in the best way she is. She knows how. And she's got a smile on her face. It's like, I never saw you as someone to be so vulnerable at any given time. And look, here you are, bleeding to death on a chair in a hospital in the middle of nowhere.
It's happened before. Hopefully it'll happen again.
It's like, hopefully it'll happen again. What are you, masochist?
No, it just means I'll live long enough to help more people.
It's like, oh, okay, different statement then. It's like, for a second there, I thought you enjoyed the pain.
No, I'm not that far gone.
And let's see, it doesn't take that long for it to patch you up. I mean, just the blood is now soaking into bandages. It's like, that'll hold you for a while. I just don't know how exactly you work. That's the best I can do.
I grab her shoulder. One of the many reasons I keep you around.
That's like, I keep myself around. You don't keep me around.
I sort of look down.
It's like, oh, and she kind of pulls you into an embrace. It's like, oh, don't be like that. I didn't mean it like that.
I know, I just wanted a hug.
It's like, you could try asking.
You know I don't work like that.
It's like, yeah, you don't. And so, like, you hear a cough from the side. Are you awake enough to actually hear anything? So no. So you didn't even know. You were not aware of anything because remember you were bleeding to death a little while ago. You were bleeding to death, and she was not focusing because she was focusing purely on you. And you hear like eagle cough from the side. It's like It's like you guys are done. We need you outside. Looks like they're back again.
Perfect timing as always.
Yeah, so. And it's like, and then he, like, before he leaves, it's like, on second thought, let me handle this.
I sort of,
rush standing up and sort of stumble a bit.
D100. Do you actually? So she's able to catch you before you. It's like easy. Much as you want to go fight, I don't think you can even stand right now.
I can help.
And she's like, no, we're going to stay here, and we're going to make sure that you don't die. Let Eagle handle it himself.
I guess you're a lord now.
And so,
One of your many
He's
new
already gone.
responsibilities.
I mean, like, you say, are you saying that like he's there?
Yeah, I'm still talking. As if he's
Like,
there.
it's like Eagle already left, you know.
Oh.
So let's accelerate the... Well, hold on.